upset because some of the people are moving up and they're thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going to get cut off because one of the guys is here to the bad thinking. That's bad thinking. There's some kind of myth that goes on about multi-level, which is stupid, okay? Somebody gets you the pitch, okay, that here you sign up one person, you retire for, hey, that's not the way it's me. You work every single day, you get paid more. You work forever, you keep making more money. You keep having the passion, you keep doing what you're supposed to be doing, you keep working, you keep getting rich. Keep working hard, keep getting rich. I'm supposed to work. What a concept. You gotta remember something. You may have had to get up to a certain point, but you didn't take this back to millionaire. Let's get serious. Okay? The person took himself from millionaire team to president's team. They worked like crazy. And guess what was happening during that time? You were getting rich, free. Remember that. Okay? Your person's moving the ladder up, and what's happening is you got a lot of free money coming into your bank account. You need to thank goodness, okay, for what's happening to your bank account as a result of your people moving up. And they want for thinking to be thinking about your people getting up to the top. Who wants your people to get up to the top? Man, I was so happy when I put that pin in the Marcus' chest yesterday. And he decided, okay, I want to put all the pins in your guys' chest. Do you see those 40 president's team members up here? Put pins in their chest. Let me put all the pins in your guys' chest. Good to have a really expensive jacket on too. I mean, from $4,000 suit, punch a hole in it. Yeah, that's good. Looks even better in a tuxedo where you got the satin where it makes a permanent indent. Boom. So I would say that was my number one thing, is my passion for happening. My passion is just getting so big. I'm telling you, what's going to happen to us in the future, it's just going to be absolutely overwhelming. Here's number two, attitude. Attitude's great when everything's going great. Of course, you have a good attitude then. When you have a good attitude, it's when things are not going good. When things are going bad. Now, remember back in the beginning, I talk about Don Grano all the time. Don Grano was my best guy, okay? And, first month, 6,000, second month, 12,000, third month, 18,000. I was counting on this guy to make things happen. Boom, he's out of the business. Okay, along with it, what happened? All the people went with him. Okay, and what happened to my meetings? Went from 60 down to 20. Okay, how did you think I felt back at that time when we didn't have literature, we didn't have any journals, we didn't have nothing going on? Okay, we had just a couple of bottles. Okay, and my only guy that I was counting on to really make things happen left. How do you think Mark Hughes really felt? Terrible.
All right, guys, what's up? Let's go ahead and get our videos on. Mute your lines, please, if you could, if you guys have not already. And then let's make sure you guys have your notebooks and your pens, because you guys aren't going to miss out. So I'll give you a couple seconds to get yourself ready if you're not already. All right, guys, I'm so excited for this call. Welcome to the Get to Soup call. I love this call so much because we get to hear from people that maybe we don't get to hear from every day. So love this call. If this is your first call ever, guys, put a 1 in the chat. Go ahead and drop a 1. All right. So, well, guys, you guys are going to hear from people on the team who have been having great success in the business. I want to start tonight off with some beginning of the month takeaways. So I'm going to popcorn a few people, and what I'm asking for you guys to tell me what you guys took away from our beginning of the month call this month, and then when you applied it to your business since the call, what happened, what were your results, and I'm going to pick somebody. I'm going to go with Courtney. Courtney, tell me what your beginning of the month takeaways were and how you applied it to your business, please.
My beginning of the month takeaways, thing that we hear that people do that have been getting like success. So listening to like certain people that I see talking and stuff, getting clients and growing their team, like that's something that I've been aspiring to do and like working on. So the beginning of the just having that call, it actually 2 brand new distributors and 4 PMs within the week. So like that was like wow, like shoot, I did that in a week. Like I could do that every week and then see where I'm at the end of the month. So those are my little takeaways. You want me to popcorn or someone else? You got that.
Yeah, good job, Courtney. Could you popcorn somebody?
Okay, how about let's hear. Yeah.
Hey guys, so my beginning of the month takeaways were really consistency on social media and being a relatable person, because we're all human, and not just being about the business all the time. So I've had a lot of people slide up like on my Instagram stories about stuff like that, and also just apply what the organization has already set in stone for us. So just really utilizing all the funnels, House Heart, the chats, nutrition clubs. So yeah, those are my takeaways. I will popcorn. Oh.
Me, right? Is that who you popcorn? Hey guys, can you hear me? My phone's acting up.
Yeah, we can hear you, Mel.
You can hear me? Okay, good. So same thing as Maria. Like I love posting on my stories for Instagram and Facebook, and I started doing the polls a little bit more, just being a little bit more consistent with that, being a little bit more transparent with my day and what I'm doing. And I actually just recently got another client today just because I've been so consistent with what I've been posting, and they see the results and they see the daily activity and they just really want to get involved. So I just really think the consistency is a big thing. It just adds up to more and more where you are daily, what you're doing, and they like they said before, you learn to trust the person and what they're doing and just their heart and how they present themselves every day. So that's how I've actually started getting some clients that have been a little bit more transparent. So, who am I popcorning? Let's see. Give me a second. How about Jake?
Hey guys, what's going on? So I really liked what Aaron said in the BOM call about focusing on like building your team, because you can only get so far. Like working on yourself, making sure you guys like get you as much volume as possible. So really checking in on your team, making sure they're doing the things to just really duplicate you to get their order ups as well. So that was my biggest takeaway from BOM. I'm going to popcorn Rachel.
So my biggest takeaways too were from Aaron, because I'm trying to shoot for X Worlds. And my biggest takeaway was the shift that he had in terms of, you know, going through the motions and then setting forth intention. So in the app chat, you know, when people are posting orders and you're saying congrats or let's go, are you really happy for them that they're posting order ups, or are you just saying that so you can say that you're active in the chat? And then also another thing too is with personal development. Are you sitting down, taking notes, really reflecting on what you're hearing with whatever you're listening to, whatever you're reading? Or are you, once again, just moving through the motions and kind of passively listening to the PD and posting on your story, but not really taking it in? And once everything kind of just shifts towards intentions, and that's when you start to see the growth and, you know, being happy for other people, you know, you'll start to see those particular types of results in your business as well. So I am going to popcorn.
Rachel, this will be the last popcorn after you pick somebody.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to popcorn.
Okay, so can you hear me? Yeah, okay. My biggest takeaway would probably have to be being intentional about who you're looking to, what Rachel, like, meaning it being real, but kind of in the aspect of talking to potential clients, new clients. So in this, I've been out, it's been like, okay, where are they at in their journey? How can I, you know, be a benefit to their life? Maybe it's losing weight or gaining muscle, or just like needing someone to guide them in life, like just truly being intentional. That's kind of what I go by.
That's awesome. Thank you. So what I'm hearing is being more intentional with conversations and what you're posting, which I think was a really big takeaway for me too. So just a reminder, as we're filing on and more, let's just keep our videos on, lines on mutes. Guys, let's be really intentional with this call. I'm so excited. We're about to get some great information from everyone. And then next, I'm going to hand it off to somebody who is killing. She's such an inspiration for me. Last month, she did 6,340.27 documented volume points. She has 4 committed Hustle and Heart challengers. She got 2 new PMs, and she works between West Park, Oberlin, and she just signed her release for Brunswick Nutrition. So, Rachel, take it away.
Thanks, Jenna. So much love for you. So on this call tonight, guys, we really want to go over daily flow, or if you've been on these calls before, maybe you've heard of it as a DMO, so daily method of operation, and what that really looks like. So we have so many people within the clubs right now. Maybe you're doing this business part-time, full-time, you have other obligations, but we get to make sure that no matter what, we have non-negotiables that we do every single day to make sure that we are actively building our businesses. So first things first, every single day when we wake up, a non-negotiable is 30 minutes of personal development a day. So we kind of understand, you know, maybe we don't really understand what personal development really is. So the way that I like to explain it is that when we take on development, we are becoming a student of ourselves. So we're really trying to understand why it is the way that we are, whether that's, you know, the environment that we grew up in, conversations we've heard when we were younger, or past experiences that, you know, maybe just was ingrained in ourselves that we kind of take into present situations. So understanding why it is the way that we are, and then identifying areas that we can grow in, and then finding resources that we can use to somebody else to grow in those specific areas that we identified that need growth. So things that you can really utilize for personal development are books. Books are absolutely amazing because you are sitting down, you are reading, you are reflecting, you're going at your own pace. And I want to show you guys 4 examples of books that we would encourage those of you who are maybe newer in the business if you haven't read these books yet. But books that we recommend when you're first starting out, or maybe if you haven't read them before, are The Four Agreements, Daring Greatly, John C. Maxwell, 101 Laws of Leadership, and honestly, anything John C. Maxwell is really, really good to read. And then Life Loves You. So those are 4 examples of books to read to really work on some personal development. If you read a chapter a day, or start off reading them in the morning, a chapter a day, or even ending your night, that is super, super powerful to do every single day. Another thing that you can implement in your 30 minutes of personal development is journaling. So I kind of like to break it down. So you can journal in the morning, and then you can journal in at night before you go to bed. So in the morning, what are your intentions for the day? What are your goals for the day? The PD that you did. So say if you listen to a podcast, you read a book, you listened to a YouTube video, what were your takeaways and how are you going to apply that to that day? So all of those things you can journal in the morning before you start your day. And then at night, ask yourself how those intentions went, those goals went. Did you complete those? How are you feeling during the day? Other things like, what were situations? How did you respond? How do you feel like you can grow? What went well? And then again, what can you grow? And then how can you grow for tomorrow? What new things do you want to implement? So those are, 2 different ways that you can journal, whatever works best for you. Also, gratitude and affirmations. So when we say, do gratitude, take your notebook, write it down. I'm so happy and grateful for this, this, and this. So it can be things that you already have. What are you grateful for? You're grateful for your family, your situation, your job, this opportunity looks like for you. And the stronger you feel it, the more grateful you are for what you have in the present, is how you're going to open room or allow for more things in your life to be grateful for, so more abundance to your life. And when you write down your gratitude, put gratitude for what you currently have, but also things that you want in the future. So for me, I'm so happy for 10 frontline active soups. Okay, I don't have 10 frontline active soups, but I'm allowing my mind to grow in that aspect to allow 10 frontline active soups to come into my business. Okay, so it's things that you have now, you want in the future, and really allowing yourself to have that room for abundance later on. And then also Jim Rohn and Mark Hughes. So if you're new in the business and you're wondering who these 2 people are that we say at every single event, what I like to kind of describe them both as is Jim Rohn to me is a mentor who we all listen to, who really speaks confidence in you, speaks to how you can grow yourself, how to view situations in a different light and a positive light, and things like how you carry yourself in the marketplace and things like that. So it really speaks to you and how you can grow, and really developing that confidence within you, who you are being and who you are being in this business. And then Mark Hughes is of course the founder of this business, but also I love listening to his videos because he really speaks confidence in the products and in this business and what they can do for people. So if you're finding yourself, having some doubts about this business, or having doubts about certain results that you're getting or something like that, listen to Mark Hughes and I guarantee you're going to feel better, because his confidence really just kind of speaks through the screen and comes into you. So highly recommend as a non-negotiable Jim Rohn, Mark Hughes every single day. And it really brings me back to Extravaganza. Put a 1 in the chat if you're at Extravaganza. Absolutely amazing. But it was by Dan Waldron, and he was speaking to how he recommends for every single distributor in this business to listen to every single video you can possibly find of Jim Rohn, listen to every single video you can possibly find of Mark Hughes, and until you do that, that is when you move on to listening to other things. Now, of course, you can listen to Jim Rohn and Mark Hughes every day and then put in, you know, a different podcast. But as long as we have Jim Rohn and Mark Hughes every single day, is really going to be the backbone to our personal development. And then also making sure that we are actively participating in our personal development. And what that means is we are setting aside specifically 30 minutes a day to sit down and reflect and to really listen to whatever it is we are listening to, really read and reflect on that. So ways to kind of, you know, give an example, driving and listening to a podcast is amazing opposed to listening, you know, angry music or whatever that looks like. But I would not count that as your 30 minutes of PD a day because you're distracted. You're driving, you're not taking notes, you're not actively listening, or, you know, putting on a podcast or a YouTube video as you're cleaning, things like that. Yes, Courtney, angry music. But when you're out and about doing things and saying that's your personal development time, it's really not, because you're not really taking in what's being said. So once you sit down and really put the time aside to really take in what's being said, that is when you're going to see so much growth within yourself and therefore growth within your business. So another non-negotiable that we have for this business is working out. I would say, you know, try to be active every single day if it looks like 4 to 5 times a week. But just understand that this is a results-given business. So when I say that, reflect on your current results. What is your newest result? When's the last time you got a new result? If you feel like it's been a little while, know that you can get a new result in 7 days, 15 days, 21 days, 30 days, or do the 12-week challenge with your challengers and get a 12-week result at the end of the challenge. But know that getting a new result is definitely achievable. And we really just get to understand, okay, like, here are my results I have now. How can I do better? What can I do to really take my result to the next level? And understand that, you know, us going to the gym, are we using the excuse of, I don't have the time? Are we too busy? Because we as coaches are supposed to teach our clients, teach our children that a healthy and active lifestyle is possible around what you're currently doing, around your job, around school, around kids. You know, healthy and active lifestyle, we are the example. So let's be the example by making going to the gym or working out on a daily basis or every other day, whatever that looks like, a non-negotiable. Next, of course, taking our products. So 2 shakes a day, 2 teas a day, tablets a day. So really maximize the kind of results that we're seeing in our, with maximizing our results with physically. And then that's going to duplicate into our clients as well. So, you know, if we're skipping out on our shakes and our tabs, but we're telling our clients to take their shakes and their teas and their tabs, most likely they're not going to. So we get to be the examples and show that, you know, we are on top of our meal plans, and that really speaks confidence into our clients and showing them their coaches being on their meal plan, so they get to be on their meal plan as well. And I spoke about Mark Hughes earlier. One of his favorite videos of mine talks about consistency, and he talks about products, and he mentions how we say that we're taking, if we're taking, he goes, you know, 1 shake a day, maybe 2 teas a day, and 1 tablet a day. That's not taking our products. We get to take our products consistently, whatever our meal plan looks like. And then that's going to help duplicate in our business, and then our client is going to start getting more awesome results, and so on and so forth. So post in your client chat. So again, we as coaches, and I love that we have a men's accountability chat now that is absolutely amazing. So this goes to you guys as well. So posting in our client chat, we as the coaches lead the chat. So we get to post that we are working out. We get to post that we are listening to our personal development, our meals, our shakes, our products. We get to post that we are staying consistent. And then that's going to hold not only us accountable, but our challengers accountable. And, you know, this whole thing is new to a lot of them. So showing them that it's okay to post, that they're not the only ones posting, and that we're posting, and we're really leading by example. That's really going to amplify your client chat. It's going to get some conversations going. And one thing I like to ask myself is, you know, have I posted in the client chat? If I don't have anything to post, is it because I didn't do my personal development? Is it because I didn't take my days? Because I didn't go to the gym today? Is that why I'm not posting? And then also, what kind of value am I bringing to my client chat? So reading what everyone's posting, of course, give love to everyone who is staying on top of their meal plan, but also keeping an eye out for anyone that's asking for help, anyone that's asking for guidance, and really helping them through that, giving them tips. Because in the client chat is where they're, you know, supposed to be getting tips on how to live this lifestyle and really incorporate it into their daily routine. So really give that value to them, and show them how amazing this community really is. So another non-negotiable is posting to your IG page. So if you're new to posting on Instagram, or if it's never been a consistent thing for you, make a goal for yourself. How many posts do you want to do a day? If you're new, I recommend 1 post a day. And then again, you know, this is me saying it to me. If I have nothing to post, is it because I didn't go to the gym? Is it because I didn't set aside the intention of taking pictures at the events? Why do I not have anything to post? We always have something to post. And then also giving value in what we post. So in our captions. So especially if we're only posting once a day, what kind of value are we bringing to our page? So things that you can put in your caption is, you know, your takeaways from your PD, and you don't have to like that, but you know, you can really just kind of say in your own words what you took away from it, what you learned, or you know, any positive quotes. Share your journey, share transparency, what you're struggling with. Really be real with your followers so they can really follow along your and you know, whatever they read in your caption, they really get value from that. And another thing too is, if we do find that we have a busy schedule, set time aside the night before to edit your picture, save it to drafts, write out your caption if it's going to be a lengthy one, so that way you're not rushing your caption and you can really just kind of thoroughly think through what you're going to say and have it ready to post the next day. Non-negotiable, set the intention to engage with who you're following, meaning post or put aside like 10 people that you want to compliment or respond on their stories to show them that you're watching, that you're listening, that you're engaging with them. The intention is to build a relationship. So it's not always about the products. It's not always about, hey, do you want to join me in this challenge? It's really just, hey, I relate to that. You know, I feel you on that. And really just kind of connect on that sort of level. And by doing that, you know, it's really going to help other people, whoever you engaged with, start paying attention to you. And that's where it comes to, you know, are you posting on your page? And the next thing I'm going to go to is posting on your story, because now that you have their attention, are you now posting things that are going to grab their attention along with that, so then they can follow your journey and then connect with you, and you know, you're really planting seeds with them along the way. Posting on your story and really giving value with that too. So again, to help people relate with you, you can talk to your story. You don't have to be the best speaker. You don't have to have the best vocabulary. You can really just be real and be you, and people will be able to see that, feel that, relate to that. And with the consistency of talking on your story, they're then going to be able to identify changes within you. You know, are you becoming a better speaker? You know, you are growing in your mindset. You know, they can really identify that without you even saying anything. So that can also allow them to connect with you on that aspect as well. And then another thing too is promoting engagement on your own story by you know, sharing whatever you're doing throughout the day. Again, it doesn't have to be you know, your products or this business, but you know, whatever you're doing, put up a poll that somebody can vote on. You know, if you're getting your nails done, post a picture, boomerang or whatever, and say like, what color should I get? You know, because then people are going to feel more comfortable interacting with your story and, you know, voting on your poll, so that when you do come with a you know, hey, we're starting this new challenge, maybe then they're going to feel a little bit more comfortable with you as a person, that they're actually going to click, yes, I want more information, and actually mean to. So that really just helps to engage your followers. And then the people who vote in your polls, like the random polls with your nails or, you know, your meals or whatever, those are the people that are already engaged. So now you get to intentionally engage more with them by looking at their stories and commenting on their own story as well. And we're really building that relationship. And then another, the final non-negotiable is really checking in with your new clients and your new distributors, because when they're new, it's a lot to take in. And you want to be sure that they have a support system there with them to help guide them through it. So in terms of clients, you know, ask them, how are you liking the client chat? How are you feeling? You know, did you work out today? How are the workouts going? Is there anything you need help with or you need guidance with? And then also with your new distributors, how are they feeling? You know, how are their reach outs going to their 100 persons list? You know, what are their goals? You know, what are their conversations looking like with new people that they're talking to? And really just helping to support them as they try to move up the marketing plan and hit supervisor. So next, with that, I'm going to pass it over to an amazing, amazing woman. So I met her for the first time at Extravaganza, I believe, and she is such a beautiful soul. So she's been in the business for 1 year and 4 months now. She lost 25 pounds on some lean muscle. Along with that, she drives an hour and 40 minutes to the events every single time, no matter what, because it's an absolute non-negotiable for her to make it to the events. Last month, she did 6,519 documented volumes, got 6 new clients, 2 new PMs, and 2 new distributors. So Nimzai, take it away.
Hi guys. I'm gonna thank you, Rachel. That was beautiful. And thank you so much for sharing your amazing tips. I love the saving the picture the night before with a valuable caption. Thank you for that. So guys, my name is Nimsai. For those who don't know me, hopefully you all have at least told me or know about me. So I'm gonna be sharing something very important. And again, I just want to say duplication, right? Because a lot of what you might hear from me, it's a lot of Rachel kind of already share with you, right? Or maybe a little bit of the same language. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry. All right. So, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys. I'm trying. Sorry, I apologize. The volume was echoing. So I will be sharing with you guys, right, about distributor conversation. We might be sitting here and when do we get to have, thank you, Ray. So when do we share this conversation? When do we offer the opportunity, right? So as Rachel said, I've been in the business for 1 year and 4 months. So for a long time, I was very shy. I was like, oh my God, I'm getting results. Oh my God, I'm making extra income. But I never knew how to really share the opportunity, right? Or not because I conversation of, hey, you could do the business part-time, you could do the business full-time, right? So what that looks like, and have your pens and notebooks, get ready to take notes because I got some good notes for you guys. So the way this starts out, it'll be something like talk about the brand, right? And AJ always gets to tell us that you talk about it, you wear it, you use it. 2 shakes a day, 2 teas a day, you wear it, you talk about it, whether it's your story or so on and so forth, right? But you have already clients, you have a team, right? You have a team who duplicate what you do, and being active in a chat, for example, it's key. It's very important because you may have clients who are plugged into the chat, and if you don't, you need to plug them into the chat because you're only hurting your business. Once you plug them in the chat, your business grows so much because not only do they get to share their shakes, teas, aloe, so selfie pics, but they also get to see how consistent you are. And some people need to see how consistent we are to be able to remain consistent with themselves and with their team, right? So, for example, being consistent with who they are, it's going to remind them of what's driving them. So you get to remind them by showing up, sharing, right? And conversations like, hey, how's your day going? With your clients into, oh, I'm doing great, just got off work, I hate that place, or so on and so forth, right? A lot of people have a 9-to-5 and they tend to think that's all they can ever get, a 9-to-5, right? So that's your opportunity as a coach. You get to read between the lines and you get to share the opportunity with them. You can be like, hey, listen, you're already showing up, you're already being consistent, you're coming to the events, you're getting your own results. Like you can definitely make extra income, whether there's $200, $300, right? You get to share the opportunity with them, and they already, as we're always reminded, they already have a center of influence, whether it's their family, their close friends, the people they work with, right? They're getting results. The people they may be wondering, wow, what are you doing that you're getting results? And that's their opportunity to now be like, oh, I can make extra income by just getting my personal results and by just showing up. I'm already doing that. What do I do next? As a coach, you get to read between the lines. The person might not come to you directly and be like, hey, I wanna make extra income. But if they don't like their job, if they're not happy where they're at, you as a coach might have already been there or had a similar story, right? So we get to share this opportunity. And a little bit more about sharing the opportunity. As you're reading between the lines, you might have other, reading my notes, my phone just shut on me. So you might have other conversations, like you may have a client who's consistently ordering from you for 2 months, right? But maybe 3 months. But at that point, you already offer the preferred membership, right? Because if they're consistent, it's time for you to lock them in your business and help them grow with you, next to you, right? But let's say if you haven't shared the business opportunity as a preferred member in helping them save, and this specific client, I can't order this month because I don't have enough money. Once again, you get to share the opportunity because you get to tell them, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but hey, if you need extra cash, extra money, I can guide you. You can do this part-time. No matter what you're doing in life, you can do this. It's so easy. You're already doing 70% of it. All you get to do is get to sign up, reach out. Whatever I did with you, you get to do it back. So just, again, reading between the lines and being aware of the conversations you're having. Don't just have conversations to build a relationship. Kind of think of it, yes, I'm building a relationship with my clients, but I also get to read between the lines and guide them with what they need. So then once you have a distributor, right, you also get to meet with them and understand and know their why, right? So guys, for example, today I met with 2 of my distributors. I have 3 distributors. I met with them and I set up something really nice. It wasn't much. It didn't take much time. But I sat at home, made some teas. I had my notes. I had my calendar to show them how I get to show up, right? So once my distributors left, one of them hit me up and told me, hey, my brother are ordering products. So she already has 2 orders just because she walked out of the house. And I took the time and understand what's her why. What's her why? So I get to now remind her of what's her why. Okay, and also knowing their why, right? It's not like, okay, I get you signed up, I get you started, and that's it. But when they start lacking off, when they start not showing up to events, when they start not plugging into calls, when they start not connecting in the client chat, you get to take a step back, have a crucial conversation with them, right? Like, hey, this is your why. Is your why matching your actions? Is it or is it not? And let's be realistic. Or if it's not, can we talk about it? Like, I need to understand, right? Because we got here because this was your why. Has your why changed? Do we need to refocus? You get to figure it out with your client, and okay, so guys, also a lot of people might think like, oh, that's easy. You're giving me the opportunity. I'm doing 70% of it already. So I just get to add people. I get to order stuff. Like, yeah, they're going to get results with the products, but it's going to be an easy road, right? That's going to be the easy peasy. But what's going to happen when you hit a rock wall? Like, is your distributor going to remain consistent with themselves? And if they're not, are you hold your distributor accountable? Are you gonna check in on them? Are you gonna be like, hey, what are you doing or what aren't you doing? So I can give you tips, so I can guide you, so we can talk about it, right? Just like, oh, they're lacking, I'm not interested, I don't have time, I'm really busy growing my team, I can't relate. No, you get to take a step back and make time for it, right? So another thing, invites, right, guys? And invites and inviting to, whether it's Project CLE, STS, or just inviting people to the call. Guys, the calls might make the big difference. Some people are like, oh no, I really got to get them to the events. I got to get them to the events. Yes, the events are amazing and they'll definitely change someone's mind, but a simple call where they get to see you all on video, taking notes, sharing the opportunity, advice, and remaining consistent and being transparent and having people from, I'm from Columbus, most of you guys are probably in Cleveland, but showing up no matter what, they're going to be like, whoa, I want to do what they're doing, right? Because the call might make a difference, guys. And if it doesn't, you get to maybe invest more time on that person, like, oh, come to an event, right? But invites, let me share a little bit about my experience with invites. Last STS, I just went with myself. I went with Marana and my coach, Gold, and my sister, who is now, she was my first distributor. So now this STS, I get to show 5 girls. All of them are hustle and heart committed, and 3 of them are my distributors. So that's only because I get to show up. Whether I showed up by myself, whether I showed up with no team, with team, no matter what, I still showed up. And people get to see how consistent you are, and then they're going to follow your steps. So you, whether you're holding it down by yourself, you get to do it, right? And you get to show up. And sometimes I used to think like, oh my God, an hour and 40 minutes, that's so far, like blase, all the excuses you can possibly think of. When I got to the event, I was like, man, I don't even want to leave. Like, I just want to stay here. Like, I love the energy. Everybody's so excited. Everybody's so happy. Like, I don't want to go back home. Same thing. I went to Shadow a couple times, and I was like, do I really got to go back home? What's at home that I got to go back to? Of course, I have my bonus son and my boyfriend, but I used to think like, oh my God, I could just stay over here and just be around this energy. Like, I don't want to let go of it, right? Because that's what our organization gives. It's our energy. It's not to it, but who we are is what people are attracted to. So when I brought up the conversation to my distributors and my team, I was like, hey girl, Saturday night we have a call and I have to open. We're riding together, so that means you guys get to ride with me really early and spend like an hour just sitting there while we set up, right? Guess what they said? They're like, all right, what time are we leaving? There was no ifs or buts about it. I was like, oh, y'all ready. So I was like, okay, let's go. So it was so exciting because no matter what, they were like, let's go. And I was like, hey, doing dinner We're kind of like chilling, hanging out afterwards. Are y'all still really down to come? Because I know y'all might have to work. They're like, let's go. It don't matter what time we come out. I'm like, okay, so let's go, whatever. So now I have a team that gets to duplicate my energy because that's the energy my organization gave me. So we all get to give that back. Like, so my team is already with it. Like, they're with it. Like, I don't know how else to put that. Like, so you get to do that, right? We all have the opportunity to do that because we're all in the same organization, right? So just make sure you're showing up, you're duplicating, you're staying consistent with yourself because people are going to see that. Your team's going to see that, and they're going to show up the same way you show up. Thank you, guys. Stop hyping me up. All right. So something else I want to talk about, guys, working out the club. Working out the club is very important. And so sometimes we think working out the club, okay, I get to sit back and just like chill. I'm working out the club, getting my retail, making my money, documented volumes. Okay, I don't really have to reach out. I don't really have to plug people in. No, you're wrong. You get to still add value to your personal reach outs, adding people, talking to them, inviting them, right? Because if you take a moment and you take a step back, you think about how did these people before us get to the levels they were at without having no clubs? They did their reach outs. They talked to people. They plugged them in no matter what. The clubs are just a plus to your business. They're great. They're amazing. They get you to connect with people, right? But no matter what, you get to still reach out to like 20 girls a day. Like 20, like at least. Like I've been going on a follow spree and just blowing them up. Like, hey girl, let's text. Like building a relationship with them. You going to school? What you going to school for? Oh, that's so awesome. Like you get to have regular conversations you already have with your friends. Your friends are there. They're there. How about you expand your friends? Let's be friends. Right? So mind you, the people who didn't have clubs, they hit suit. We hit world team, active world team. I could keep going on and on, right? But you guys get the point, right? The clubs are great, but let's still do, I think it was Sawyer. Sawyer said she likes to make sure her retail or her club volume are equal. So no matter what, that I took a lot from that. I'm like, I'm writing that down. I got to make sure I'm equal. Like my club can't override my retail. So always making sure that, and just to wrap it up really quick, being active in social media, guys, just sharing your results, sharing the products, the teas, the shakes, the workouts, most important being you. Back to what Rachel said, you get to make mistakes. Like people love me. People send messages all the time like, oh my God, you're so funny. You just messed up and you still posted that video. What do you think? I was going to like delete it? No, this is who I am. You get to accept me for who I am and take from it. And from there, people are like, sorry. So you literally phone falling over, me tripping, me stuttering, me just doing whatever like I do. Like, and it's so funny. Like if you don't follow me, you should definitely do it and just learn from it. Like, and whatever you do, like I have a checklist. Like I make my bed every morning. I post it, and it's so cool because now my coach, everyone does it. They're like, oh my God. And I had so many random people like, oh my God, your bed looks so nice. I get to go back and do my bed at 2 p.m. At 2 p.m. She's like, I should have done it this morning, but you inspired me. Like, and I had posted mine early. I didn't make mine at 2 p.m. But it's little conversations that matter to those people. And they feel comfortable coming to you and they see that you're human. It's not like product. It's more like this is real life. This is what I do on a daily basis. So my checklist is like making my bed, sharing on social media, making my shake and tea, sharing on social media and on my chat, posting my personal development, social media and chat, right? They go with one another. And my gym selfie, right? So I hope like all of this helped you guys and gave you tips on when to have conversations with your distributors, not only when to have them join you as a distributor, but also what you get to ask when they are already a distributor, whether they're doing good, whether they really need you to guide them by their hand, or whether they got it on their own. You still get to check on them and help them grow in the business. So guys, that's it. That's all I have for you all. Now I get to share and introduce my business partner, Kate. So guys, if you can just give it up for Kate. So she's a full-time student for business out of Wash University. She's a part of the cheer team, works out of Jackson Nutrition. She's still building and growing her business no matter what. Being a full-time student, being in the cheer team, still is. She's on her second cut of Active Soup last month. She's on her third for this month. Last month, her volume was 2,510 documented volume points, being a full-time student in cheer team. God, if that does not inspire you, like, come on, let's give it up for Kate. And she is working on her third cut this month, and she'll be achieving this by doing tea drop-offs. Tea drop-offs, center of influence, like on her spare time. Like, wow, let's give it up for Kate. Come on, girl.
Oh, thank you so much, Shimzai. That was doing incredible. I'm super excited to talk to you guys about the events that we have in our business. But first things first, drop a 1 in the chat if you're going to STS this weekend. Awesome. I love to see all those ones. Our business is so incredible because you guys have so many opportunities to go and learn from people who are successful in the business. That's so many ones. You guys, it's so awesome. I love going to the events. I'm learning. It's important to realize that they're not, or they are mandatory. You have to be there so you can learn and you can grow with everyone else. It's also a great way to network and get in contact with people who are in the business. So if you ever feel stuck or you feel like you're in a place where you're not getting the best that you can be, you're not achieving what you want, you have so many people you can contact and learn from. It's really important to make sure you're getting the early tickets, because some of us, myself included, didn't really pay attention to the deadlines as well as we should have, and now I'm paying extra money for tickets for an event that I have to be at anyway. So if I would have paid more attention in the chats, taken the time to I would know that the deadline was yesterday for the STS, and then you wouldn't be paying as much money. Also for LGW, I'm super excited to go to my first one next month. It's going to be so much fun, and I'm really excited to bond with everybody in our team. We do have to hit QP before you can go. So you need 1,000 documented volume points. And if you haven't hit that yet, it's super important to meet with your upline or your coach and figure out how many points away you are and how you're going to get your goal. So how many new PMs you need, how many distributors, how many orders before you can qualify for LDW. The events are super important for me, especially. I have a pretty good experience with them. I joined the business, but I kept turning Taylor down when she was telling me you need to go to the events, and I didn't understand why. I thought I knew what was going on. I watched the videos, I listened to her voice memos, but it's not the same as hearing the stories from people, you know, how the business really impacted them and how affected they really were. So go make the people that, you know, the people you want to be in your business go to the event so they can really understand and get the full impact of the lessons. Since I've never been to an LDW yet, I am going to turn it to Taylor, who can tell you how it helped her business, because since her last LDW, she found me and Jacob and grew her business.
Hi guys, what's up? First of all, I just want to say tonight's call is so amazing, all the notes. But like Kate said, is you have to be at the event in person to hear the story. And it's not just for you. So you can bring back those stories for your clients, for your PMs. And then from there, you can build that relationship and say, hey, I know like Golden does a lot. Like, hey, Taylor used to be a server. This is, you know, Brittany or whatever. And then we can, you know, connect on that server level. And then I can, you know, tie into how I am owning a club, operating out of a club. And it's kind of like the same thing as serving, but to be my own boss and pick my hours. So it's just really good to like bridge that like breaking point, because you're not going to relate with all of your clients, all of your distributors. But that's the cool thing about our org, and especially because we show up and give so much energy and hold for one another. So we get to really utilize those stories. But LDW is one of my favorite events. It's a weekend trip, and it's Leadership Development Weekend. So for those of you who don't know, the reason really why I got into the business was because of the personal aspect. Like, I wasn't pleased with who I wanted to be, along with my physical results, but I knew it was deeper. The physical results was just on the outside, but I craved that, you know, like leveling up or like evolving. And that's what a lot of people crave. A lot of people get interacted with, you know, the books that you're reading or the personal development saying like, oh, you've changed. Like, it's a good thing to change. And honestly, these weekends, you can be going through whatever season. You can be like, man, I really don't want to go, but I encourage you guys to go, because there's a reason why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. And it's not just the event, but it's the people on the team that you can resonate with, and they can really hold the space because they're their personal development. And Rachel touched on it. Personal development is so, so crucial, 30 minutes a day, because you get to learn everything that you get to learn, and you can hold the space for other people and get them out of whatever season they're in. So it's you're going to get so much, and you get to check in with yourself and in with your business, what's working and what's not, and then utilize that weekend. I really encourage you guys not to go to bed early, but to network and talk with our teammates, people from Michigan or wherever, because they can help you grow your business, and you can pass something that they're doing in their everyday business, and you can be like, wow, thank you so much. But the events have completely changed my life. My very first big weekend event was JKO, and that's whenever I signed up to be a distributor. And I remember it was Tori Baker, and their story really just changed my whole mentality, and I really saw that I can be a different person. I can change people's lives, hold the space for them, and show them that they can be different simply by changing my life. So, please post a 1 in the chat. And then I really encourage you guys to look at these people on our personal team, and whatever season you're going into, message them and, you know, talk about it, because we're here to hold the space and get people out of it. But super excited about LDW. It's going to be epic, and we get to bond with everybody. So I think I'm closing it out. I don't think we have anybody else. I think we covered everything. Tonight's was epic. Everybody wants to come off mute and say goodbye.
Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
Good night.